boy, you could see it in my face that I was struggling. Like, I was getting down on my knees, getting all shaky and wobbling. I'm shaking the shit out of you guys. All right, stop. So yeah, that's all I got for today. What's going on? It is your boy Crustin. You already know, a little fettuccine, tortellini, Alfredo, thingy-leany, you know what I'm saying? So today I want to talk about basically my open reflection, seeing where I was in the past few years versus where I'm at now, because I want to be able to look back each year and see in general if I made progress, if I didn't, if I did somewhere but not elsewhere, and that kind of thing. I have my handy dandy little laptop here where I made a note that had it like splits and everything. Let's get it started. So my first open was in 2022. So this is now my third open. In the first open, I technically had my best performance overall so far as it stands. That workout number one was phenomenal for me. Light snatches, wall walks, and box jump overs. That is my jam. I love wall walks and I love box jump overs. And then making the snatches a lot lighter, all me. I was with it. You know what I'm saying? And then since then, I have technically declined as far as on the leaderboard. This year, I was like, did I make progress? Am I happy with where I'm at? What actually happened? This year, looking back at it, we had some repeat movements that we have done the past few years I've been able to actually look back at. So we're going to talk about thrusters, double unders, the rowing, and bar muscle ups. Starting with thrusters. So in 22.3, the workout had, I think it was 21, 18, 15 thruster scheme. And it was 21 at 95, 18 at 115, and then I didn't even make it to 135. So we're going to talk about those right there. On the 95, I done it in sets of 7, and boy, you could see it in my face that I was struggling. Like, I was getting down on my knees, getting all shaky and wobbly, and it was not a good time. I took very, very long breaks. This year, we had sets of 95 in this last workout that is still actively on the leaderboard. I done sets of 6 and 4 intentionally, not because I couldn't do all set of 10 unbroken, but I wanted to make sure I was trying to save myself for the chest to bars that were coming up, and then later on the bar muscle ups. Immediately, I want to go ahead and say that like I've got smarter as an athlete in terms of making a strategy and such. So I think that's already a big step forward. And then for the 115 in 2022, it took me 6 sets. 6 sets. It was 18 reps, so it is a little bit higher, but there's like, that's crazy. It took me 6 sets, and they were all slow. They all looked painful. It did not look like a good time. This year for 135, we were only doing 7 reps per set, and I only got to 1 set. But my plan was to break it up for 3, and that's exactly what I done. And although you could tell it was definitely like heavy, it really wasn't anything that was unmanageable. I probably could have done all 7 unbroken. 1, it would have been painful. That would have sucked. But also, I was trying to, like I said earlier, save myself for what was to come. Immediately on thrusters, I definitely made a huge step forward, which is, I mean, to be honest, thrusters is something I really worked on that much. So I am kind of surprised. But like I said, this past year, I did focus on strength a lot. So it makes sense that they improved that much, but it is super dope to see. So immediately, I want to go and say thrusters, check. Immediately, I've made progress within the past 2 years, and that's so good to see. Going on to the row. So we didn't see row my first year of the open. However, we've seen it in the second year, but it wasn't 4 meters. It was 4 cals, and it was 60 calories. So I got off the rower around 2 minutes, 52 seconds. So I went ahead and put in like the pace calculator. That puts me around an average of 1 minute and 48 seconds per 500 meters. Now this year, we had repeating rows at 300 meters, and I knew I'd be doing at least, ideally 5 sets, if not more. I was on my 8th set, and my averages remained around 155 to 158. Now that was me being conservative and trying to pace it, because I knew if I went out too hot, I was going to blow up and I wouldn't be able to maintain that pace. Again, that's one, bringing up the whole, like, you know, athlete IQ, being smart about it and learning how to strategize. For that being 148 average last year, and I know I was trying to send it and get off the rower, that way I can move on to the next step. It's definitely not a decline by any means, but I think that one's kind of hard to tell necessarily, like, if it was like a solid line of progression or not. I would argue yes, because I was smart about my pacing and knew where I was and how to maintain it. But like I said, that one's kind of hard. It's not exactly the same, so it's a little difficult to compare. Bar muscle ups. Year 1, I had 5 minutes to complete them. Sorry, I attempted 12. I missed 7. So I only got 5 up. They were all chicken wang, and it just wasn't good. You know, I mean, obviously I was trying. I mean, I got 12 attempts in total, so like it's not like I wasn't trying, and that was 5 minutes. I made 5, so basically it was like an emo of muscle ups right there. This year, I had right around 4 minutes. I missed 3, but I made 6. So with 1 minute less, I did make an additional muscle up, and I had less fails. So that's cool to see. Muscle up is definitely something that I think is my biggest hole skill-wise. It's not something I have, obviously. Although it made progress, it didn't make that much. But again, it did still make progress. Last year's Open, we seen muscle ups, but they were on the ring specifically, and I didn't get any. I've worked on them. I just still haven't ever done one yet. That's going to happen. And the final movement, which is actually super kind of interesting to me, the double under. 22.3. We had the rep schemes were 42, and then later on you're doing 36. The set of 42 I done unbroken, and then the set of 36 I done it in 2 sets. The next year we had sets of 50. The first one I done unbroken, and then the second one I done a set of 17, then 50. This year we had sets of 50, but it was going to be like 4 rounds, like I was saying, a set row double under deadlift workout. I done 350 double unders in the total workout, so obviously the volume already is a lot more than what I had done in the past open workouts. However, sets wise, they were far more broken up. I want to say both the first 2 rounds, I ended up doing 12 the first set because I just couldn't, like, I don't know, it just wasn't happening. I was tripping up so much. That workout might be my lowest workout of the weekend, and it's because of the double unders. I tripped up so hard numerous times. First year, I knew specifically I was working on double unders and muscle ups, so like that was my pure focus. So I'm not too surprised about seeing that be as well as I would say it is. The following year, I think it's crazy that I got 50 unbroken and then only 2 rounds on 50. It was the final workout of the year, so maybe I was probably drilling double unders as it got closer. It makes sense that way, but I don't know. This year, I definitely haven't been doing them as much. I wasn't as focused on getting those because I have them. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have worked on them a little bit more leading up into the open because I know that they're going to be in the open. Too confident in the skill. I knew I had it, but come workout time, I didn't show that I had it. Anything you want to say to the world? Thank you. So yeah, that's all I got for today. It was super cool to actually look back and see that I made definite progress, that like there's no way to deny it, and actually have comparables and look at the datas and everything. As it stands, I don't know if I'm going to quarterfinals this year. We will see. I'm currently in the percentage to make it, but the leaderboard's not finalized yet, and it still has plenty of time. So you know, you're gonna have a lot of people who, 1, don't put in their time till last second, and 2, the people that do the redos. So we'll see. To be determined. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like it. Make sure you leave a comment down below, and yeah, tell me what you guys want to see. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Take care of yourself. Peace.